Listen, let me tell you something. Number one, I'm a Love Island reviewer, okay? I look for the nitty-gritties. I look for the small details to give you my insight into those things. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is doing okay and everyone is doing well. Another day, another Love Island review. Did you watch that episode? I know you watched that episode, which is why you're watching this review right now, okay? Also, today is Friday, as you guys know, so tomorrow there's going to be no episode, so we are going to have a nice little break, but we resume on Sunday. But as I usually end always say, number one, if you haven't yet subscribed, what exactly are you waiting for? Of course, be sure to subscribe. Number two, also be sure to follow me on my Instagram and also on my Twitter at SarahDestinyX. Please, definitely guys, please support your girl. And number three, I was going to say get cozy with your hot Rabina and your snacks, but someone told me in today's review that they've been eating hot Rabina and snacks and it's actually been making them gain weight. So I'm going to say get cozy and comfortable with a hot water and some fruits. Okay, let's switch up a little bit. But yeah, please get cozy and comfy and let's get into this review. Okay, let's go. So let's start off with the dumping. As you guys know, in yesterday's episode, we were already told of the 3 girls and the 3 boys that received the lowest votes from the members of the public. So as you guys know, out of the girls, it was out of Summer, Coco and Tasha. One of them are going to be going home. And out of the guys, it was out of Josh, Deji and Andrew, one of them to be going home. To be honest, I wouldn't have minded, I don't think I would have minded too tough if all 6 of them went home, because all 6 of them don't give for me, okay? They don't give. But anyways, you guys know, Coco ended up going home and Josh ended up going home, which was very surprising. I thought Deji was going to go home, and Deji clearly as well thought he was going to be going home as well. He literally was giving us content and memes. Deji was literally like, because even he too, he couldn't actually believe that he was even chosen to stay. Not necessarily that he was chosen to stay, but I guess maybe Josh just received a lot lower, you know, a lot fewer, a lot less. Wow guys, it's Friday, please spare me, okay? Spare me. But a lot less views. Oh my gosh, this is too much. A lot less votes. Guys, it's Friday, okay? That's my excuse for my English being out of the window today. Also as well, people were saying that Coco, this is low-key her revenge. I'm not sure if you guys know or watch, not even if you know, because you must know Murad Morali, but if you watch his podcast, you do know that he has been interviewing and speaking to the ex-islanders of this season already, and we've been receiving a little bit more gist and info into Coco. Maybe she wasn't as sweet or as innocent as she played herself out to be, and apparently this is her karma. So yeah, if you haven't yet checked out Miraj's channel to watch that podcast episode, please do, because those podcasts be slapping. So let's unfortunately, like big unfortunately, big you, let's move on to Tasha crying as per. Please, if someone can give me one episode where Tasha hasn't cried, I will pay you £1. Okay, I'll definitely pay you £1. But Tasha, of course, was crying. She was saying, "No, it's not nice." She feels like that there's a lot of setbacks that take place every time she feels like her and Andrew are moving forward, blah, 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 blah. I'm sorry, I'm not even gonna lie. Whilst Tasha was crying, I promise you I was looking at my screen with the straightest face, because I'm tired. I'm sure we're all tired as well. Paige made a very interesting comment as well. She was just like, "Oh, what everyone else thinks. Babe, everyone else is the public. We will vote Tasha out. Don't tempt us, because we will vote." We'll definitely vote Tasha out. It was very interesting as well, because Andrew, of course, he was saved, and yeah, you guys are boyfriend and girlfriend, but he had a completely different approach to the whole situation. Tasha's there crying, he's just saying it is what it is. So it honestly makes me wonder, like, Tasha, if you like this guy so much, why do you seem to be so triggered at the fact that the public don't see what you see? We're not in your relationship. Of course, as you guys know, Luca and Ekin-Su and a few other people were also speaking in the kitchen, and Luca was saying what a lot of us were thinking. Okay, we're definitely going to get into this later on because there's a lot to digest over here, but Luca was basically saying like he doesn't really understand why exactly she's crying. Ekin-Su was saying it's all like, yeah, me too, I don't really get why she's crying, da, 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 da. And I don't think anyone really gets why she's crying. It's not like this is the first cry that has taken place from Tasha anyway. Tasha constantly cries whenever they're in the bottom 2, which is all the time. You shouldn't care if the public think you and Andrew are real or fake or not. Like, if you like the guy, you like the guy, and that's just that. Who else? Davide. You guys know Davide and his one-liners, okay? Davide was like, "Oh, she's crying now, but she wasn't crying when, you know, he was sitting with another girl," insinuating essentially, listen, Andrew licks sucks whatever a whole boob, okay sis, and you weren't crying, and now you want to cry because you're on the bottom 2. It's not giving what you think it's giving. So yeah, I actually do think that they are all tired of Tasha, and I think it's quite interesting because we're the public and we clearly only see 1 hour out of their 24-hour day, but they're with them all the time, and Tasha, you just seem to be crying a bit too much. I'm not heartless, by the way. You guys know I'm not heartless, but it's just too much, okay? It's actually too much, but we're going to get there anyway because there is still more to digest regarding that whole situation. So let's briefly move on to Summer, Danica, and India having a chat. It was definitely giving main character syndrome because Summer was just like, to be honest, like, I get that she's upset, but like, if anyone should be upset like for being there, it should really be me. And I was just thinking, and then Nico was like, yeah, and I'm just thinking, okay, I guess I do get it, but at the same time, yeah. That's what I'm gonna say. So let's move on to Luca, Tasha, Paige and Gemma having a conversation. Of course, it did start off with Tasha, Paige and Gemma, and then Luca ended up joining the conversation as well. He was literally saying what everyone else in the villa was too scared to say, and he was just like, you know, you guys are official, so why exactly do you care? And I think he was honestly just saying what everyone else was thinking. Tasha, as emotional as she is, she got up, she was just like, oh, why would you say that? And Paige and Gemma also started saying, you know, there's a time and there's a place, and Luca's just like, what? Like, what I'm saying makes sense. And I would have never known that I would have been a Luca fan, okay? You guys know this. I have words for Luca and his tattoos, okay? But honestly, I do agree with Luca in that whole situation. Like, you guys are official. It's a reoccurring thing. Do you get what I mean? It's almost like maybe we shouldn't put Tasha and Andrew in bottom 3 or 2 or 1 again because we just know that she's gonna cry. But I just think it's just a bit too much. Of course, whilst that was going on and Tasha ended up walking away and crying and swearing and everything like that, Billy, Ekin-Su and Davide were talking in the kitchen, and they were wondering if Andrew was to leave, would Tasha leave with him? Very valid question. You guys are girlfriend and boyfriend now. If your guy packs his bag, you two can also pack your bag as well. Tasha, of course, now went inside and she was speaking to Dami and Andrew about the situation. Dami essentially tried to say what Luca tried to say, but in a much nicer way, if I'm going to be honest. And of course, Andrew was there consoling his little girlfriend. I do understand that Tasha is emotional, okay? I don't want to come across like I'm a bully. I know that we all have emotions and things like that. But I do feel like what Luca said was actually correct. And I feel like instead of her just snapping out and crying immediately, she should have actually stopped and tried to reassess the whole situation. And not saying that she shouldn't have cried, but Andrew wasn't crying. Because Andrew doesn't care, because Andrew actually likes you. So makes us wonder, Tasha, is this still all part of the play? Or I don't know, okay? I don't know. Please let me know your thoughts. If you agree or you disagree, you guys know all thoughts and opinions are welcome on this channel. So let's move on to Luca and Gemma. Guys, this is too much. Luca and Gemma, okay? Luca and Gemma, they were talking about the situation, and she, of course, was having the same viewpoint as Paige. Like, there was a time and a place, and you just shouldn't have approached her like that. You should have waited for things to fizzle down. Like, why exactly did you do that? Luca was definitely trying to defend his corner, and just saying that he doesn't feel like he was harsh at all. And I do understand that as well. Like, at the end of the day, we're adults in this villa. No one is underage or no one is a baby. We shouldn't have to baby people just because they seem to be triggered at something that they shouldn't necessarily be triggered for or triggered towards. Of course, Dami now ended up approaching them and was just saying, bro, like, I get what you were saying, but you know, I'm not disagreeing with you or anything, but you could have just probably said it in a nicer way, so maybe your approach could have been different. But yeah, like I said, not me liking Luca. Guys, I thought I'll never see the day. I thought you probably didn't think you would ever see me or ever hear me, sorry, say that on this channel. But I do honestly agree with Luca. Like, he's your man, then that's just it. You shouldn't be affected. And I do understand that people can be emotional beings, but if you think you can be so triggered or easily triggered by public votes or things like that, then maybe Love Island just isn't the show for you. So let's move on to Paige speaking with Dami about how she definitely still has feelings for Jax, and she feels like everything happens for a reason, but she doesn't want anyone to feel like, oh, because now she's really cracking on with Adam and stuff, that those feelings weren't real. Like I've been saying in two reviews ago, and also today's review that should have gone up yesterday, if Paige liked Jax so much, sis should have boarded the plane and also joined him there. This whole, I don't want people to think I don't. Paige, it's okay. If you want to get to know Adam, we're okay with it. This whole trying to defend your feelings for Jax, I don't think is necessary. But in all honesty, I did already say this as well. I do think Adam and Paige do make quite a cute and good couple. And yeah, I think they work. So yeah, this whole always having to refer back to, oh, I still did like Jax. It's okay, okay? Sis, we know. It's okay. So let's move on to the night time. Only one thing that I do want to flag up from this is, you guys know Andrew told Tasha in bed that he loves her, and she said that she loved him too. It's given I love you too many times. Not saying that you can't say I love you a lot in the villa, but it just makes you wonder, how many times are we going to now be hearing that moving forward? Didn't Luca just say it yesterday? Now you two are saying it, saying, oh yeah, I've got butterflies, I've got this, I've got that. You guys already know how I feel about Andrew and Tasha, and I'll keep saying it. Boo, boo, tomato, boo. Thank you very much. So let's move on to the following morning. As you guys know, every morning, every new gist. So the girls get together, have their small gist, and the boys get together and have their small gist. In case you don't know, gist is basically gossip in broken English. So let's start with the boys. Of course, Andrew was saying that everything is all mad, but he feels like Tasha handled yesterday quite well, and of course he had to be there for her. He also told the guys as well that he actually told her that he loved her at night. I'm screaming because the camera definitely panned to Luca, and Luca was sitting there with this literally with the straightest face. I don't blame him. Like, literally, I just told my girl I loved her yesterday and the attention was all on me, and now you're gonna go tell your girl that you love her too and the attention is all gonna be on you. I do not think so. So yeah, Luca didn't even congratulate, didn't nothing. He was just looking definitely looking tunnel vision. And Billy also spoke about how much he likes Danica and he feels that things are going quite well between them. Let's quickly and briefly move on to the girls. Tasha told the girls about Andrew, saying that he loved her. The girls were very giddy and very happy. It's always like that anyway. The transition and the comparison story between the girls and the guys is always very interesting and also very telling. Like I did say, I do not care for Mr. and Mrs. Confusion. Summer of course said that, you know, she's feeling quite good today and she feels like there are some good vibes. Obviously she was in the bottom 3, so maybe she was feeling a bit funny in the villa. Danica of course given her updates on Billy. Like I did say, I do like Danica and Billy together, and Danica deserves love. Okay, she's suffered. Okay, Danica has suffered in that villa. And last but not least, Paige said that she's very happy with Adam and she was very happy with the cuddles that they shared at night time as well. So let's unfortunately again move on to Tasha and Andrew. I don't want you guys to think I hate these people, okay? I don't hate them. It's literally just a TV show, but I'm so tired of Tasha and Andrew's storyline. And it's like every single episode they find a way to squeeze it in and waste our time. Anyway, Tasha and Andrew are having a conversation just speaking about the L word. Personally, if that is love, count me out. Okay, count me out. But I think Andrew was saying that Tasha's never been in love before, so this is all a very new experience for her. Love after 4 weeks is very interesting, okay? That's what I'm gonna say. Of course, India and Dami were also having a conversation, and I'll be honest with you, I do feel like that conversation was a bit awkward / a bit weird. I do feel like, of course, they were having a conversation about like their future and what they want to do and when they leave this villa, etc, etc. Dami did say quite a few things, that he feels like his mindset has changed and he's very open to being in a relationship and doing relationship things. He said a lot of other things as well. Sorry, I didn't jot everything down, but I just feel like when the camera did pan to India, she just didn't necessarily look quite certain if I'm going to be happy, or quite confident if I'm going to say. I don't know if she looked quite confident in the things that Dami was saying. It low-key comes across like, yeah, Dami's happy with how things are going, but you know, he is still, I guess, quote unquote, discovering himself, and maybe she wants to be with someone who is a bit more settled or someone who has a bigger direction for it. I don't know, you know, I really don't know. I didn't really get what Dami was saying, if I'm going to be honest, so I don't know if I'm looking into that too much, but I feel like India having such a straight face, yeah, something was iffy there. That's what I'm gonna say. Of course, Tasha and Luca ended up having a conversation and he apologized for how he approached her the night before. Kudos to him, because I'm not apologizing to nobody, okay, especially when I'm speaking my mind. But I do feel like the tears definitely did work, and maybe that's why Luca felt very compelled to speak to her, and also as well because Gemma was definitely defending Tasha in the process as well. Maybe Luca felt like, oh yeah, so I need to get back in my Gem's book, let me just apologize to her. So I rate Luca for apologizing, if I'm going to be honest, but I wouldn't have apologized because he's saying what everyone is thinking but too scared to say. So let's move on briefly to Davide and Ekin-Su'S. They were speaking about how much they feel like they've grown a lot and they are better than ever. Better than ever. You guys do already know how I feel about Davide and Ekin-Su'S. It is given husband and wife divorced and remarried. Yeah, they're very similar, which is why I think they work and why I also think they clash as well. We can briefly move on to Gemma and Luca. It was given toe fetish, okay? Gemma kept wiggling her toes in his mouth. I don't know if she wanted him to kiss it, to suck it, I don't know. But Luca was like, no, like I'm not doing that. So he did eventually end up kissing her toes. And then something happened downstairs and he briefly showed her what happened. That's all I'm gonna say. If you didn't watch it, you can definitely go watch it on ITV2 on demand. Let's briefly move on again to Paige and Adam having a conversation. Like I did say, I do think they work very well together. They were just pretty much speaking about their feelings and how things are going between them. Very interesting seeing Adam, you know, years later in a new light. He definitely seems like he wants to be more serious with Paige. And I'll be honest, I think Paige and Adam suit really well, only because they do have good chat, and the way Paige has smiled since Adam has been in the villa has been more than she has smiled in the past 4 weeks. So it is very telling that there is a lot of chemistry between them. Of course, you guys know they end up getting a text. They end up getting a text, and it is a movie night, something that everybody and their mum has been petitioning for Love Island to bring, because the challenges of recent have been quite dead and the episodes feel like it has been quite dead as well. So yeah, it's time to defo spice things up. As you guys know, Dami said we are in trouble. I know, and I'm glad that you know you are in trouble. Ekin-Su was stressed, and I'm not surprised. We're going to get into her very soon. And Andrew was talking to the guys about when he did tell Coco that he wants to ruin her. Of course, that's not something that he told Tasha. So very interesting. So of course, you guys know it's movie time. The way it works is that the girls sit one way and the guys sit one way. They end up sharing, it's pretty much like a sexual question, majority of all the years anyway, but it's a question, and whoever gets the answer right, or gets the answer I believe closest to the right answer, ends up picking from the screen a video pretty much revealing a secret from the girl side or from the boy side. I hope I explained that well. If I didn't, please watch it on demand. So let's start off. Of course, we only got 2 questions today, which is no surprise. It was literally like 15 minutes too. So I literally was wondering, are we going to get the movie premiere today? But we ended up getting a small glimpse, okay? Sunday, we go again. So question 1, Deji ended up choosing Ekin-Su'S video because the guys ended up getting it right. And I knew, okay, I 100% knew they were going to show the scene. Someone commented in one of my videos, I believe like, am I gonna say like 4 videos ago? I don't remember, but they were like, oh, I just wish everyone forgot about the Ekin-Su scene. It wasn't that deep. Listen, let me tell you something. Number 1, I'm a Love Island reviewer, okay? I look for the nitty-gritties. I look for the small details to give you my insight into those things. You need to remember that these producers, on top of wanting to give us content, they want to make sure that they are raking up the views like crazy. Ekin-Su kept saying, oh, I was loyal in Casa, I was loyal in Casa. You weren't loyal. Something took place. We didn't know to what extent, but there was no way the producers were going to let that scene go easily, okay? So, like I said, you cannot tear my singlet, okay? You can't tear my singlet. But of course, they ended up choosing Ekin-Su'S video when her and George were in bed. A little fiddling or something was going on under the covers, and then the following day, of course, she did tell him like, oh, I hope you didn't tell anyone, but George had already done kwam to all of the boys anyway. So yeah, Deji's face, priceless. Okay, Deji can stay in that villa as long as he's going to give us memes, because Deji's facial expressions are actually 10 out of 10. Of course, Davide was not happy like at all when he did speak to his confessionals. He was like, you know, why did she lie? Why did she lie? And then I get it, you know, like for some reason Ekin-Su just kept saying, you know, I was loyal, I was faithful, I was loyal, I was faithful, but something did take place under those covers and he didn't tell Davide about it. So very interesting. Davide did not look pleased. Davide was even telling the guys, like, guys, be quiet, like, you know, I need to listen, I need to pay attention. So you guys already know how Davide's ego works as well, especially because it's taken so long for him to let his guard down for Ekin-Su. This just takes him all the way back to square one, so it'll be very interesting to see how they do bounce back from that. So let's move on to question 2. The guys again ended up getting it right, and it was Gemma's video. I'll be honest, I was quite surprised when they showed the first clip. There were 2 clips that they showed for Gemma. The first was when, if you guys remember, that episode where Dami was doing mind reading and everyone decided to make a scene out of someone that clearly cannot read minds. Dami cannot read minds, so I don't understand why everyone was making it seem like, oh yeah, Dami's saying what you were thinking, babe, but you're just too scared to say it. Anyway, they did show that clip of when Dami asked her, you know, oh, I'm mind reading and I'm thinking if someone else comes into this villa who's more suited to you, then you're definitely going to turn your head, blah blah blah. And of course Gemma didn't deny it, and I don't think anyone would deny it at the end of the day. If someone comes in that's more your type and you do feel like they are better suited towards you, you are 100% going to go for them. But then I thought that was it, so I was like, oh yeah, Gemma's fine. Gemma doesn't need to worry. Then they showed another clip which I completely forgot. Okay, Love Island is giving remembrance, thank you so much. But anyway, it was the scene when Billy and Gemma were in the kitchen, and I think Billy wanted to put his hand around her or something like that, and then obviously she was like no, like she doesn't really mind, but they're pretty much flirting in the kitchen, and Luca was actually quite pissed. Even Billy was like, oh, it isn't that deep, because even us, I think everyone even forgot about that scene as well. But Luca was like very pissed about it. Gemma, of course, she was laughing a bit, and then Luca was like, oh, I just hate liars, like I just did it. Personally, I know Luca's just trying to do our theatrics right now. You want to meet her family and her dad so bad. Luca is going to forgive his Gem. Guys, let's not even, yeah, Luca is definitely going to forgive his Gem. So of course, as you guys know, those are the only 2 movies that we got to see, but Sunday night is given secret, Sunday night is given content, Sunday night is given drama. We saw a scene with India saying a little 1-2 here, we saw a scene with Dami, we saw, yeah, Sunday is 100% going to give, so I'm really looking forward to that. In all honesty, I'm very happy that Love Island decided to finally play this clip. The season was, not season, sorry, but this week was very weak, okay? No pun intended. I do feel like movie night always comes to spice things up anyway, so I do think this has 100% come at such a good time. We are definitely in for a treat on Sunday. Are Dami and India going to last? Who knows? I don't know who else is there that can really be exposed. what am I saying? I don't know. Andrew and Tasha is gonna rattle. I'm ready, guys. Love Island producers understood the assignment, and I'm ready, okay, because we are back. So guys, that is the end of tonight's review and also this week's reviews as well. This definitely concludes this week. Another week, I know that's right, we definitely do go again on Sunday. So once again, I want to thank you guys so much for your love and your support. As always, please comment down below, okay? Let me know what you did actually think of that episode. Again, if you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe and definitely join the family. And once again, I want to thank you for your love and for your support. Please do take care, stay blessed, have a lovely day off, because I know I'm about to. So yeah, do have a lovely day off, and I shall see you on Sunday. Bye.